It is the 16th of March. My name is Chris Merrick-Holtman. With me, I have Nick Abtahi. And today we're going to talk about the Twitch special Last Chancery. This is the Wrestling Guild. So, Nick, we watched the Twitch special, The Last Chancery, this week.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting thing. So there was The Last Chancery was this Friday, and I think next Friday, or this Friday, actually, as we talked about on Last Chancery is March Madness or Breakdown. March Breakdown. This is a one night only special.
Damn.
And it's going to be Congo Kong defending his BCW championship that they were talking about. That Congo Kong he's a BCW champion
against.
I can't. RJ City was going to be in it, and I don't know if it was going to. Who else was going to be? But there's going to be. I think it was a 3-way as well. But
okay,
we can look that up.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. How did you like this Twitch special? I mean, we enjoyed the other Twitch special that they had.
Yeah.
So this is the second one we've seen.
Yeah, I think it was good. We had some interviews here and there, which was good.
Yeah,
totally
absolutely.
Fun. And we had some really good matches. There were some matches that were like...
I would say that this wasn't as good as the special beforehand, just because I felt that sometimes some of the matches that I felt could have been really good were kind of slow.
Yeah.
They didn't really pick up any speed. And I mean, it was 2 hours and 20 minutes, the whole thing. And it felt like maybe if they had sped it up, made it a little bit hard hitting, they could have hit maybe 2 hours and that would have been fine. It wasn't like it was too long. It was just like,
yeah.
Well, we can probably get into that. Well, I mean, Last Chancery opens up. It's a sold out crowd, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great. Unfortunately, the crowd wasn't maybe mic'd as well as maybe they should have been. So you didn't hear them as well, but they did get into it. You could hear that they got into it. And this, I mean, the sound wasn't great overall, but I mean, you can't have and I think that's the reason why they do tape so many shows at once and that they tape them at the Impact Zone is because, I mean, the setup is great.
Mm-hmm. No, but they just kind of, I don't know. I mean, because like I always say, I always complain about this, but back in the days, the audience was so much better.
Yeah.
But I don't know how we should solve that issue, really.
No. Just continue. But I think they're going there because you have to look at the reaction like a guy like Austin Aries gets.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and even in the Impact Zone, the crowd was really into Aries versus Impact. So, I mean, if they can keep that stuff up, then I think we'll go get somewhere. But anyway, the match opens up, or the show opens up with Braxton Sutter. Again, we're getting a lot of Braxton Sutter.
And he was really mad.
He was pissed. Like
we always say Braxton Sutter, like just walking around doing some matches here and there. But this time he actually had like a really good character.
Yeah. So I hope that he's getting a character, getting into it. So it was Braxton Sutter versus Tyson Dukes. Tyson Dukes, hard hitting. They talked about his accolades and stuff like that. And just like I said, when it came to Bound for Glory, where we saw Tyson Dukes for the first time in the Impact Zone, well, in a long time, but we saw him there. I was expecting a more hard-hitting, strong style from Tyson Dukes than what we got.
Because have you seen him before? Or?
We've seen him in Smash Wrestling too. You can watch it on the Global Wrestling Network. He's in, and those are good.
Oh,
it was Tyson Dukes versus that British guy where they were using all the weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, I think though the match was good. Mm-hmm. There were some hard hitting parts. But it could be an improvement.
Yeah. So it was an okay match. Tyson Dukes pulls out the win. Braxton Sutter again loses. I'm thinking that they're going to have him lose for a little bit until he gets. I mean,
he tapped out.
He tapped out like a little Little bitch.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Who does that? No one does that.
To a Canadian crab.
Okay, yeah, well, that might be painful.
I did. I used to put that on my brother.
You didn't like it?
He didn't like it at all. But anyway, I think it was So this, I mean, it was a good match. I gave this 3 stars because basically it was what it was. It was kind of an average match. I didn't see anything wasn't anything that I would want to go back and watch.
No, totally. Yeah, 3 out of 5. Sure.
Yeah. Then we had the Desi Hit Squad with Rohit Raju, former Hakim Zain, and Gursinder Singh versus
names.
Cody Deaner and Cousin Jake. Now, Cody Deaner, and they did interview Cody Deaner and Cousin Jake first.
Yeah. And,
how did you like that?
I mean, these guys are a bit...
a little bit country?
A bit weird. They think they're really, really good. And the fact that his name is Cousin Jake is really funny. But I mean, the interview wasn't...
I mean, the thing is that kind of like a hillbilly gimmick is something that's always been around in wrestling. I mean, that's kind of like a thing. And Cody Deaner was actually in Impact a while back. He was the boyfriend of ODB for a while.
Really?
Yeah, because the thing was there was something like there was a contest or something like that, and he won, and he got to be with ODB. So it was a whole thing. You'll have to look it up on the wrestling. And the thing is that, and then for a while he went over to being kind of like a little bit of a rock star gimmick. Cody Dean. He had because I guess he has a band and stuff like that, so he makes music and stuff. So I mean, he's an accomplished dude. It's just that. And he's buffed up because when he was in Impact before, he was quite thin. So I mean, nobody could take him seriously. But here he's and he's gone back to his kind of hillbilly gimmick. He brings in his cousin Jake, who looks the part. I mean, he looks like he's But and I think that this was fun because I mean, it was good that they had the interview because it kind of set up what they were. Problem is, we didn't get a setup for Desi Hit Squad. We don't know anything about them. We don't know what kind of characters they are. We don't know what their motivation is. This is the first time we see them in Impact at all. So that kind of it didn't make me feel like, I really care about this match.
True. I mean, and the thing with Cody and Jake, or Cousin Jake, they think they're really, really good. But then when we come to the actual match, they didn't really do that much. And
that's also what I felt was a little bit. This was also like a match where I didn't really feel like anything really happened. Both these 2 matches, Braxton Sutter, Tyson Dukes, and Cody Deaner, Cousin Jake, and Desi Hit Squad. It didn't really do anything for me because it was kind of slow moving and nothing really happened. And I think a little bit of that has to do with the Desi Hit Squad, actually, more than it has to do with Cousin Jake and Cody Deaner, because we didn't get invested in them.
That's true.
And we didn't see that much from them.
Not really.
I mean, because the Desi Hit Squad, and it's the same thing, because I'm all for giving Rohit Raju the benefit of the doubt. I'm all for giving him a chance, but I'm just not seeing it in the ring. I'm not seeing it from him, and I'm kind of questioning the fact that he won Global Forge, because from what we saw from other people who we have seen on Smash, they bring it on a different level.
So true. That is really true. I don't know. Could there be a reason? There has to be a reason.
Well, I mean, because obviously Scott D'Amore chose Hakim Zayn or Raju. Maybe because they had plans for him. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they had plans of bringing in Gama Singh, who is like the leader of the Desi Hit Squad, and who is a legendary Indian wrestler, or actually Canadian Indian. But anyway, and so that's why they chose him. But I feel like he's not. I mean, he does mostly kicks and stuff like that, and it's the same. His partner Idris Abraham was in the match afterwards, and I felt that Abraham, even though he was probably the worst in that 4-way X Division match, did better than
he had a lot
Rohit
more
Raju.
strength and power, willpower as well. Yeah.
But we digress. The winners were the Disney Hit Squad by cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gave this 2 stars.
I give it 2.5 just because of Cousin Jake.
Your new favorite?
Yeah,
guy.
it's my new favorite.
I was thinking that. I think what else we were talking about this at the end. I think we should pick out who we would like to see in Impact of the people that we haven't seen before, like the new guys. I thought we'd do that. So keep him in mind. Next, we had an interview with Petey Williams, and he kept getting interrupted by Idris Abraham, Brent Banks, and what was his name? Phil Atlas, which was fine.
I mean, he's trying to have a nice interview here, but then you have, what was his name, Banks?
Well, Idris Abraham came first.
Oh yeah, and then you had the other guy, Bill.
That was Brent Banks.
Oh, was that Brent Banks? Oh my God! And all of them are what? They're going for the title, right?
No. They're I guess they were talking about, like, if you win this, you show that you're good enough to go for the X Division championship. I think that's the deal.
So yeah, that was
anyway. That was where it was. But the thing is, and I've asked you this before. Now, Idris Abraham, he comes from Egypt. That's what they say, that he's like Egyptian. He has Egyptian parents. And I mean, the thing is, he comes in, he interrupts, and then he speaks in Persian or Arabian. What do they speak in? Or Egyptian? I don't know. Is there such a thing? Egyptian? Is that Egyptian? He speaks in hieroglyphs. But I mean, you who have that kind of Middle Eastern descent, does that feel like, is that really necessary? I mean, it's not like people who have like, it's like they say like Brent Banks has German heritage. It didn't look like he had German heritage. Would he come and start speaking German?
I really don't know. And the thing is, no one really understands him, so it doesn't matter what he says.
No,
I mean, so I really don't get it. But
do you feel like, as long as you speak like some kind of Middle Eastern language, we're supposed to hate them?
I mean, I wouldn't think so. I mean,
although it does sound very aggressive.
That's the thing. I mean, you could say like, "What nice weather," and it sounds like he wants to kill you.
Yes,
there is an issue right there. But no, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I mean, how do you feel?
Well, I just feel I don't want to, because I just feel like what is the point? And I just wanted to get somebody who had like some kind of Middle Eastern connection, thinking like that doesn't make sense.
No, I find it quite useless as well, because, like I said, you're never going to get your message fully out. Like, it's not going to go to the finish line, to the people. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, but we get to the match. It's Idris Abraham versus Brent Banks versus Phil Atlas versus Petey Williams in an X Division 4-way. How did you like this match?
There was some good action.
I like this match. This was one of my favorites of the evening, actually.
We had some really good action, hard hitting, and I mean, really, just the things we really want in an X Division match.
Yeah, and they were talking about that there was a story behind Brent Banks and Phil Atlas, because we've seen them before, but then they were a tag team, and they were actually the tag team champions. They were saying in BCW, but that they were enemies now, and they had the belts each, and they were going to find a partner. Yeah. And I think that's also coming in March Breakdown. So that they're going to find a partner each, and the one team who wins gets both belts. So we'll see. This was obviously a vehicle for Petey Williams to try to hit the Canadian Destroyer. That was basically what he was trying to do every single time. Idris Abraham here, I thought, was the one who did the least. He did a lot of moves. I mean, he moves very quickly, but I felt like he didn't really get to do what he could do. Brent Banks, we've talked about Brent Banks before. He's probably one of the standouts of these specials that we've seen. He definitely, and Scott D'Amore said it again, or Josh Matthews and Scott D'Amore said it again. He's really somebody who is supposed to be in the X Division. So I don't know if that means that we are going to see him in the X Division.
That could be the case then. I mean, really.
If they keep pushing him, they keep saying it, it's like, Scott D'Amore, you're the freaking vice president. You can bring in whoever you want.
But then what? PD wins, right?
Yes, Petey Williams hits the Canadian Destroyer on Phil Atlas for the win. I gave this 4 stars.
4 stars.
4 stars.
Okay, sure, 4. It was a good match. We had some really good action here. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Trevor Lee versus Josh Alexander was the next match. Josh Alexander is a name that I've heard before, but I've actually haven't seen him before, because we haven't seen him in any other Twitch thing.
Really, no. But yeah, he was. Alexander was okay.
He was okay. They were talking him up a lot that he was like a good technical wrestler and he had been doing this and he had been doing that and he'd been trained by this guy and this guy and that guy. But I gotta say that I didn't see that. It didn't like to me. It's just like, okay, so you're this stellar athlete, but I'm just not seeing it.
And I mean, okay, but at the same time, he went against Trevor. I mean,
yeah,
Trevor has a lot of experience. He has been in the industry for a long time. But still, Trevor is Trevor, so I mean, it could be.
Well, the thing that I felt was a little weird is, and I think I need to explain what it's not doing for me, what I'm missing in these matches when I complain about people not bringing it or what I miss. It's just like I don't see. I want to see moves that are innovative. That maybe not that I haven't seen them before, but I want them to pull out some stops. I mean, because a lot of times, like with the Desi Hit Squad, there's a lot of kicks and a lot of slaps and stuff like that. But I want to see some wrestling moves. Yeah. I want to see do a power bomb or do a power slam or do a flip of some kind. And we were just not getting that. We got more of that from Congo Kong in the main event. Than we got from say Josh Alexander. We didn't get that like a power. I don't know. It's just there's like it disconnects for me there because we don't see those moves.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, you can look at like a competitor like Austin Aries, for instance. That's all he is. He's like move. He does some kicks and he does some
but most
knife edge chops, but it's mostly just move upon move upon move upon move. And some might say that that's dull, and sometimes it is because you know exactly. Okay, in this match, I'm going to be seeing a rolling elbow from Austin Aries. I'm going to see this type of dive. I'm going to see because I know that's how it is. And it's the same with Petey Williams, but that's also why Petey Williams is such a standout because he does string together. You can see all those different moves that he was doing. Like, now he's doing that move, but
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but he executes them well, and they're Petey Williams moves, and we weren't seeing that from like.
But that's maybe just how their character works, or I mean, we really don't know.
No, and that's the thing. We don't know. We don't know them. Yeah. We don't know enough about them to care about them. So essentially, when you have matches like this with Trevor Lee versus Josh Alexander. Or you have Eli Drake versus Marcus Burke, stuff like that. That they essentially just become job matches.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, sadly, because like you say, because this Alexander dude, he looked
the part. He was he
looks fit, but really when it comes down to the wrestling part,
and maybe he lose the headpiece.
Yeah,
because that made him look like a doofus. I'm sorry, but a doofus. Anyway, Trevor Lee wins with a double stomp. I gave it three stars just because it was an average match. I mean, Trevor Lee did most of the work here. I thought.
Two.
Fair enough. We had a little interview with Matt Seidel where he was sitting. Meditating, opening up that third eye.
Maybe he's been talking too much to Sanjay.
You know, I forgot to say that the Desi Hit Squad came out to Sanjay Dutt's music.
I was about to say. I was expecting Sanjay to but
they probably haven't composed any new Indian. Maybe they just like an Indian theme is an Indian theme. Nobody will know the difference. Yeah, but it's like what we were talking about. We were watching the first Global Force special, that one night only Global Force #1, where there's a team that came out to like Alberto El Patron's music.
They were like, Mexican. No, but yeah, but it seems like Matt is becoming or finding his inner spirit.
Yeah, he's opening
Kinda.
up that third eye. Then we had Eli Drake come out. He cut a promo talking about that Canada sucked and did his dummy. Yeah, everybody was into it.
Yeah, but why is it always that he has to bitch at Canada when
No,
he goes to Canada?
well, so the thing is that's what's called cheap heat. Basically, what you do is you talk shit about the country that you come to, or the city that you're in, and stuff like that. Bully Ray used to come in with. He would have like a jersey of his favorite team, which would if they had beat the team.
Oh, just to...
so anyway. So he does that, and then Marcus Burke comes out, and he's also a guy. He looks like the part. I mean, he's a big dude, a dude and a half. But what does he say?
No, but who is he?
I don't know. I haven't seen him. I mean, he's new to me.
He basically wants to go for you, Mike.
Yeah, but what is he? He says he's a vegan. I don't know if that's supposed.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said he's a vegan. Well, I actually kind of thought that. Yeah, fun that he said that he's a vegan, but he likes to hunt. But he likes to hunt humans. And the best thing was to hunt Americans. So, I mean, I thought that was kind of funny. But, I mean, it is interesting how... Why is it important that you're a vegan? I mean, why does that have to be part of your character? I don't understand it. Because Austin Aries is also a vegan. And that's also, they talk about that all the time. Allie is also a vegan. They call her the vegan hunter. This is why is that important? Does that matter? I was like, it's not like Eli Drake, just like, but I eat meat. I like burgers. Yeah. I'm the burger man.
No, I don't know. I really don't know. But it was quite funny because he's like vegan. He hunts.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
Anyway, they get into it. There's a fight. How did you like the Drake?
I think Eli has seen better matches. Really?
Oh well, yeah, he's had better matches, absolutely. But I thought that this was actually this I could get into. Although I was never ever afraid that Drake was going to lose the match. Sure. I would give it 3.5 stars just because of that.
Okay.
But I think Burke is like a wrestler that could go far. I think he could go far, and they give him the right character and stuff like that. I think he could do well. Drake wins with the gravy train. Yeah, that's it. He does. He tried to do a moonsault, but he missed.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah, that was good. We had an interview with Moose. He was talking about that he had faced everybody, all the worst guys in the NFL. He talked about he faced all the toughest wrestlers, and then we had Alberto El Patron versus Moose. How did you like this here?
It was an awesome match. I mean, we have Alberto, and we have Moose.
What really impresses me, because they were on Moose's side and they were on Alberto's side. The thing is that Alberto, who is essentially supposed to be like a heel, he just like the crowd just like gets really into him in that moment when Moose kept like punching him and he kept like coming back, and the crowd would go see. I've never seen him do. I don't know if that's a thing that he has done in the WWE or where that comes from, but I've never seen him do that before. Where they get the punch, he turns around, he goes see. The whole crowd goes see with him, and that was kind of awesome.
It really was, and I mean they wrestled all over the place.
Yeah, and I thought that was fine. I thought that it was a little bit too much outside the ring.
Okay, so it kind of. It wasn't. It could have been better if they were.
Yes, I didn't think that this was their best match, but I think definitely this was a good match, and it shows, as we said before, Patron. I mean, he's good. He can do. He just has to his presence in the ring, and I hope that they really manage to keep him in Impact after his contract is up, because I think he's really good for the brand.
No, it was really hard. We had some good hard-hitting stuff there. And I think Alberto...
I didn't write who won, but I think it was Alberto who won.
Alberto won.
With a double stomp, right?
Yeah. But
it was a little different double stomp this time.
Was it?
Yeah, because, I mean, he did try to stomp Moose first in the corner like he usually does, where they hang in the rope when they hang in the corner. But then he missed that. or he got pulled off by Moose, and then Moose somehow later got tangled in the ropes on the side, and Patron came jumping from the other side. I mean, from the corner. I can't remember why he got caught.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, so now Moose is 1-1, Patron is 1-1. This feud continues.
So good.
Yes, and then we had Casey Spinelli coming to the arena from earlier today. How did you like this interviewer? Actually, Alicia.
Yeah, it's not the normal stuff.
No, she probably is from Destiny Wrestling, who hosted the show.
Well, she acts like Mackenzie as always.
Yeah.
They're a bit weird here. There.
I thought it was fine. She was fine.
That's okay.
Anyway, she said that Ali is the one getting tested, that Spinelli isn't the test, or that she wasn't getting it. Then we had Casey Spinelli versus Ali.
I mean, the thing is, Casey needs to like chill a bit. Like, she really thinks she's like the queen of wrestling. But really, I mean, Ali has been improving, and she's not bad anymore.
No, I thought that this match wasn't the best showing. I think Casey Spinelli definitely had better matches, and Ali as well. The thing is that what I find is really strange with Ali is that when she does certain moves, like her clotheslines, or where she kept like charging her in the corner, for instance.
Yeah.
There's something about that doesn't seem real to me. I mean, she doesn't. It's not convincing enough. I don't know if it's the way she kind of has a hunched over look a little bit. I don't know if it's the outfit that she wears that makes her look a little hunched over. So when she runs, it looks like she's kind of too careful. It's like she doesn't go full force all the time. To me.
Okay. I understand. Yeah. Which that makes her a bit like weak looking.
Yeah. Well, it looks like she doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like she's not completely convincing. Casey Spinelli, on the other hand, she looks convincing when she does stuff. She looks like it. That looks like it would hurt.
But she's not the best. That's what she gotta kind of understand.
But you're talking about her personality.
No, I'm talking about the rest. Her wrestling, like really, her moves and that. It's not perfect. I'm not telling that it has to be. I'm not saying it has to be perfect. But you can't be going around like saying I'm so good, I'm the queen when you're not.
Okay,
but
I gave it 3 stars because it was okay, but it wasn't anything best. And then we had the main event of the evening. It was the Impact World Championship was on the line. Congo Kong versus Matt Sydal versus the champ, greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries. Jimmy Jacobs cuts a promo in the beginning saying he's a good guy, giving the world Congo Kong, and that Congo Kong is going to be the champ. Yes, how did you like this match?
The beginning was really weird. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, because looked like Austin Aries was trying to get Matt Sydal, to go for Kong.
Because it was like, are they gonna actually fight? Are they having a discussion? Is the fight next week? I'm like, what's happening here? But it seemed like you said, Austin wanted Matt Sydal to go for Kong,
and then he slapped Matt Sydal, and he went to Congo Kong, and this is like show my chest.
I don't know. Kong maybe became a police officer there. I don't know what's up there. But Matt later on actually attacks Kong.
Actually, this was a really good match. There was a lot of high-flying moves. It was hard-hitting where it needed to be hard-hitting. I think they played well off of that Kong is a monster, that Kong wouldn't go down. Even when they put him over the top rope, he still landed on his feet. All of those things really builds Kong as a monster, even if Kong actually took the pin in this match.
Yeah.
I thought that was really, really well done.
I mean, in the end, he really took some hits there.
Yeah. I think it also was good that it showed that these 3 guys are on the same level. You know, that they are, and that Matt Sydal is also like a true contender in this. That he is not lucky. They managed to get the Congo Kong down. Austin tries to put the Last Chancery on him. It looks like he's going to tap. Matt Sydal pops in, rolls Congo Kong over, hits him with the shooting star press. Austin pulls him out. Austin hits him with the 450 splash.
I mean,
Austin retains the championship.
Imagine landing on your head.
Well, some people
the
have done
moves.
that.
Yeah,
Some people have done
because
that.
I mean, you gotta be really good at that to time it to actually land
You
on
think?
it.
You think the wrestlers have to be really good?
Oh shit! Yeah, but it was good, and I totally understand for Congo losing here because he took a lot of hits. So.
Yeah. So, and he was the only one that didn't have like an Impact Championship. I mean, Matt Sydal's double champion. Can't have him losing. Austin Harris, if he had lost, he would have lost the championship.
Yeah.
So that was the only way to do it. Very good match, and actually very happy to see a lot of moves from Congo Kong.
Mm-hmm. He usually just runs and slaps people.
Yeah,
he's been.
But this was actually like a real match.
Yeah,
one of the first ones we've seen. I gave it 4 stars.
Okay, sure, 4. I was about to go a little higher, but
you can go higher if you want.
No, but at the same time, why should I? Because I'm not 4.
Okay. What would you give Last Chancery?
I'm quite satisfied.
Okay.
To be honest, like B plus.
I was gonna say C plus because I'm not really. Okay. There was a couple of dips, and I think it also had to do with the fact that I would have wanted more information about the other wrestlers that we don't know.
We never had an interview with Alberto.
No, but we know what Alberto's deal is.
Yeah, okay, but we know about Moose. Moose had an interview.
Yes, but I'm talking about like
I'm talking about
Josh Alexander.
Oh yeah, you never. Yeah.
Anyway, so that was that. I give it a C plus. You give it a B plus. Which one of the wrestlers that we haven't seen before or who aren't signed with Impact would you like to see in Impact? And I'm talking about Marcus Burke, talking about Josh Alexander, Brent Banks, Phil Atlas. Well, Idris Abraham has been in Impact, but he got, booted. Tyson Dukes, Cody Deaner, or Cousin Jake. Who would you like to see?
I think I'm going to go for Marcus.
Marcus Burke?
I mean, he's not the greatest and best and whatnot, but he has potential.
Yeah, I'm still with Brent Banks.
Okay,
I want to see Brent Banks versus Desmond Xavier, which they were talking about.
Oh yeah,
that would be awesome.
That would be something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Nick, that was another Wrestling Guild. This time we were talking about Last Chancery. We'll probably maybe talk on Tuesday again when we talk about Feast or Fired, which is the next episode of Impact that was yesterday.
Who's going to get a title shot?
Ooh. Who's going to get fired? Well, that's already been... Well, I mean, who got the cases has already been decided, so we don't know.
Yeah,
people know. We can look on. We can look it up, but
we're
not going to. We're going to watch it. So, anyway, thanks for stopping in. You can find us on any social media that you'd like: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube.
That was
yep. But that's about it. My name is Chris Mary Haltman. This guy's name is Nick Anderson. We will see you on Tuesday.
Peace.
Peace. Namaste.